Today, we're going to further explore Hyperledger and how it leverages open standards, open source, and open governance to support business solutions. Additionally, we're going to compare and contrast Hyperledger versus permissionless blockchain technologies and see the key distinguishing features from its main competitor, Ethereum. You've probably heard of open source, which essentially means that the software allows users the rights to study, change, and distribute the software. Hyperledger is an example of open source software, but it is also open standards and open governance. We're going to explore these topics further. The non-availability of standards or protocol in distributed ledger technology is one of the major hurdles when it comes to scaling them. One of the main goals of Hyperledger is to facilitate the process of standards formation by providing a space for a variety of standards to coexist simultaneously, rather than promoting its own distributed ledger. Hyperledger intends for standards to be interoperable through open published interfaces and services. Hyperledger also leverages open governance to support business solutions, which means that technical decisions for an open source project rely on a group of community-elected developers that are drawn from a pool of active participants. These decisions could be, for example, which features to add and how and when to add them. As mentioned before, open source allows software to be made freely available and can be easily distributed or modified. Open source communities are particularly useful as they collaborate to solve bugs and implement new functionalities, creating longer-lasting code, reducing the risk of making wrong decisions, and developing code in a trustworthy way. With open standards, Hyperledger inevitably aims to develop higher security software that will sit at the heart of enterprises. As Hyperledger develops permissioned blockchain technologies, there are several key differences from the permissionless blockchains used on public ledgers, such as with Bitcoin. Permissionless blockchains are typically for B2C or C2C and with complete transparency of how transactions are ordered, batched into blocks, and chained together. They are completely decentralized, and miners and other participants largely stay anonymous, and there are many models for both off-chain and on-chain governance. Network contributors are compensated with tokens, and permissionless blockchains suffer with scalability and performance issues due to factors including latency, consensus mechanisms, and network complexity. Permissioned blockchains, such as Hyperledger, on the other hand, are designed for B2B applications, but with limited transparency. This depends on how business relationships are set up and configured. Here, there's fine-grained visibility offered into transaction details with metadata about those transactions, and in general, privacy is independently determined, depending on the business needs and priorities. The degree of decentralization is based on how the members of the consortium choose to structure their business relationships, and governance is largely decided and agreed upon by members of the blockchain business network. Utility tokens are not used in permissioned blockchains. Scalability and performance are exceptionally inexpensive and substantially better than permissionless blockchains. Overall, permissioned blockchains are ideal for businesses' applications where decentralization, governance, and privacy standards are to be independently determined, and scalability and performance are of utmost concern. Ethereum is often considered a competitor to Hyperledger for several reasons. They are both leading platforms for building and deploying decentralized applications. However, Ethereum is a public blockchain with its own cryptocurrency, called Ether, and remains the platform of choice for many applications and the creation or launch of ICOs. Ethereum Virtual Machine is a distributed global computer where all smart contracts are executed on this system. Comparatively, Hyperledger is not a specific technology, but a Linux Foundation banner project that supports collaborative development of blockchain-based ledgers. In conclusion, Hyperledger uniquely leverages open standards, open source, and open governance for industrial applications that are being adopted and contributed to by the industry leaders throughout the world. Without the scalability and performance restraints of permissionless blockchains, what we've seen with Hyperledger so far is only the skim on the surface.